Today, fire conditions are extreme. We're on a red flag warning, which means that there can be very aggressive growth. We had a good day yesterday, higher relative humidity values, lower temperatures. The smoke was settling onto the fire, so it was keeping it low. But as you can see today, we've got some blue skies. We're going to have some southeast winds coming through. So that prompted the evacuation of the Trout Lake community with this wildfire 69 here. We get the winds out of the southeast and they're going to come and blow the fire head in that direction. So today, again, we have not any precipitation in the forecast. So we remain at extreme hot, dusty, dry conditions, and there's a lot of fuel loads on the ground and in the forest available and ready for the fire to burn.
Things are looking a little more positive, obviously, than they were yesterday. And weather's cooperating in our favor. So yesterday we had a lot of wind pushing down from the north, which was definitely had us heightened. That being said, expecting a southeast wind here for the next day or two, which will actually work in our favor. A lot of preventative stuff going on in town as well as on the fire itself, and so hopefully those things work in our favor here over the next couple of days. We have evacuees right now from obviously high level. There are some from Trout Lake, there are some from Wabasca and Calling Lake area. And so our hotel rooms are full at the moment. We do have capacity for increased evacuation if we needed, but it would be similar, we've got 1,200 cots. It'd be something set up in our arena. It's not our ideal scenario, and there's other communities that would probably be better resourced to deal with that. And so, we're urging Trout Lake to go to Red Earth as the reception center, Calling Lake, or Wabasca to go to Calling Lake. And so, that being said, we're very cognizant of the fact that there are people in town that aren't from here and are concerned with all this information going on. We have logistical plans in place in case an evacuation were to be called. Obviously, we won't share that information unless it's needed, but all those evacuees are considered in that, and we are communicating with them on a regular basis. Encourage them to go to our town and MD websites for the most up-to-date, accurate, and reliable information, which is extremely important because there was a lot of misinformation yesterday.
The Mid-Mainland Complex fires now consists of two major fires and a few little spot fires that were triggered by lightning strikes of weather that was created by its own fire system. So this is the larger of the two, and it is right now approximately 134,000 hectares. So it actually took a big run a couple of nights ago and pretty much doubled in size. They started on May the 18th. This started as a smaller fire. It has now grown to 46,000 hectares. So the two of them are pretty much shaking hands, and they'll probably be partnering up here in the near future. We've got the larger of the two that is only 6.5 kilometers away from Wabasca community and Big Stone Cree area. We've got the one to the north that is really affecting the community of Trout Lake, which was evacuated this morning, and that is 13.8 to almost 14 kilometers away from that community. They have not joined, but they are close enough that we're actually looking at some ignition opportunities to decrease the fuels in this area and join them, allowing us to work the four flank areas rather than the way it is right now, just use that as a tool depending on the wind conditions. It's something that we are investigating. We're also looking at the Wabasca area here, which has as well been evacuated. It's only 6.5 K, so favorable winds today on that fire for that community. However, we are working with the community to build a dozer guard in this direction, which is taking the bulldozers and running a 4-blade width for about 300 meters to try and stop the fire as it approaches that community. And then on the other side, they have some sprinkler protection units that are going in to protect that edge of their community.